What's up, YouTube? CHF here. Happy Monday night. Bringing you a special episode of Coaching Handheld Football. This is actually a special request from a subscriber who I know both in the community here as well as over on Mutthead, my man Shamar2K. First off, a huge thank you to Shamar. He just gave me 1,000,000 coins. Now, I know that you guys know that I am a free-to-play account, so let me explain this real quick. He gave me 1,000,000 coins for a special request. He wanted me to do player gameplay reviews, and there were a couple players he wanted me to look at. So what I am going to do for you guys is I am going to test these players and show you how they stack up against my Budget Beast team. And then once I use them, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to eat them with somebody on my defense so that they're not actually buffing my offensive team. I want this offense to remain completely free to play, no money spent, no coin help, no nothing. But at the same time, I want to give my subscribers what they want. Plus, it'll help me boost my defense a little bit, which will help with my my ability to stay competitive in systematic fronts. So what we are looking at now is my Budget Beast, Dante Foreman, and the Budget Beast that Shamar wanted me to test, and that is Leonard Fournette. What we'll see here at first look, they're very similar. Even though Fournette is 6 levels higher, he maxes out at 94 speed. So they've got the same speed. Fournette's a little bit stronger. He's going to win on acceleration, awareness, blocking, catch, and carry. So what we're going to do to show this off, guys, is we're going to go over to some all Madden head-to-head, and we're going to play a couple of matches. And what we're going to do is we're just going to do all runs first through third down. Fourth down, I'm going to try and keep the drive alive. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a drive with Foreman and then a drive with Fournette. And we're going to look at the difference. And what I'm going to do to really try and show these guys off is I'm going to try and do the things that I normally wouldn't. And specifically with these strength backs, I'm going to do a lot of trucking. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start it off. I'm going to use some of the common runs. On first down, it's not the ideal time to run, so I'm going to go strong eye halfback blast, where I just look for a little hole up the middle. And Foreman, as you can see, is pretty good at falling forward. On second down, my two favorite second down runs are trips tight end halfback counter and bunch halfback dive. Here we're going to go with trips tight end halfback counter, where we're going to take it to the outside, truck our way forward. I did truck there. I didn't get the animation, but it did pick up the yardage there. We're going to go halfback cutback. I like to flip it here. We're just going to take it outside, truck, see if we could spin out. And I'm telling you, this little 82, I've had him since the beginning of the year, but Dante Foreman is a beast as far as budget players go. I mean, he is, if you like a trucking back, the dude is a beast. Now, that's not to say I'm not predicting that Foreman is not, or that Fournette is not also going to be a beast. In fact, I think that Fournette is going to play better because he has 6 levels. Now, we got counter formation here. We'll see if the guy will come to the line just like it. This is really not the ideal time to call this play, but I'm trying to get over here, and really we can probably get a decent amount of yards, which we do. So this video may be a little bit long here, guys, because run plays do take some time. But here we're going to go halfback stretch. This is counter formation, but it looks like Foreman does a good job falling forward on a 10% medium counter. Brings up second down, and we can go back to using trips tight end halfback counter, where we get this dime formation, and we usually just get a nice big hole. We'll truck, and the truck fails there. So right now, he's doing okay on the trucking. We'll see how it plays out as time goes on. We get another truck there. Really what I'm hoping to see is one of these guys fumble. So we're going to go bunch dive, where it's another second down run where you get dime coverage, which is great, a great type of coverage for run plays. Brings up 3rd and 5. I'm going to use a play I would never normally use. Fullback fake, halfback toss. Just because it's an edge run. Foreman, again, gets the first truck. Can't quite get the second one. And we'll go from there. And guys, I apologize. I know this is very different from my normal format, but trying something new. And there's some players that are on Mutthead being called budget beasts. Fournette is one of them. So that's one of the reasons that we're testing them, to see kind of how their budget beast stacks up against my pick for budget beast. Here we go. I'm going to toss it again, and I am going to get absolutely blown up. It was 100% countered. I should have been paying attention, but I'm not, since it's not LVL. 3rd and 5. We're going to bunch dive it here, since we get the that formation, and it's 4th down. So 4th down, the goal is to simply convert, and we're going to use the play from Mr. Hey Steve Dave himself, fullback flare at the goal line, where we just snap it and hit the fullback. So we will flip it here. Strong eye halfback toss. Overall, despite all of the trucking, Foreman did not fumble. He did not get all of his trucks off. So let's go ahead and switch from Mr. 82 up to Mr. 88 and see how this goes. We are going to do the same mandate, so we get a little bit more strength, definitely some more carry, just more awareness. There's no question, if you can afford the better player, Fournette is a better player. And based on just looking at his stats, if you have a run preference that's similar to mine, you're probably going to like Fournette. He's probably going to fall forward, just like Foreman does. He's probably going to be pretty good at trucking safely and not coughing up the ball. So we're going to try and run the same script, guys, the same types of plays with the same mandate, and we'll see if we can score on this second drive any faster or any easier with Leonard Fournette. So if I'm not mistaken, I started off with strong eye halfback blast last time as the 1st down run. Fournette picks it up, and then we jump right into my favorite 2nd down run, trips tight end halfback counter, where we get this dime formation, and we can usually get a nice big truck right there to pull it off. Go with another 1st down run here. We'll go with weak eye halfback gut. I forget, there's probably some things that are countered, but I want to call the same plays. I don't want to make it. There we go. I didn't have a great angle on that one, so that truck did fail. We're going to go with a bunch halfback dive here. Overall, I feel like he's a little bit more responsive as far as changing directions, which is a positive. I use this play on 3rd with the other one, so I got to use it here. Not a great play, would never call it, and that is exactly why. It's a garbage play. I kind of set myself up bad. However, the good thing is we can pass on 4th down, so I can use motion cross here and see what we get. We don't get anything big, so we will just end up throwing it away. Yeah, he can't catch. We're gonna try it again here. I dropped that drive. Thankfully, this other guy dropped it. Took a forfeit game, or kicked a forfeit game. So we're still in this one, and we will just give Fournette another try. The motion cross drop there kind of robbed his ability to get a fair trial here. So we're gonna give him a shot here. Once again, we're gonna start it off the same way. Strong eye halfback blast, where we can take it. We get a little bit blown up there. But that's okay. 2nd and long is actually a great time for trips tight end halfback counter, because once again we get this dime formation where we're going to get the better players. Oh, and look at that. Well, I'll tell you what, I am really impressed with that fall forward. That was a great fall forward. Here we're going to bunch dive it. Bunch dive's a much better play. Oh, it looks like we're up against counter formation. And we get it up here. Let's see if we can convert it here. We will go with flipped spread FL drag. Oh boy, counter formation. On an 8% counter. That's awful. We still win it. Jeez. Oh, wow. Yeah, here in the low divisions, people really are not that great at all Madden. I'm going to open these packs later. My locker room rotation video will tell you why. Here we're going to start out the 86. We're going to start out with Fournette and get a good drive in with him. I want to make sure that you guys get a good look at Fournette. Especially since Shamar requested this player. So I'm going to do this. There's actually going to be several more. As I said, Shamar gave me 1 million coins, which, considering I'm testing like Budget Beast Golds, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quarterback comparison, probably do a wide receiver. We're going to do everything. Basically, I'm not going to use those coins to better my offense permanently in any way. I'm going to stay free to play and use a team that any of you guys can make and show you that it really is play calling and skill that's going to be able to trump players. However, since he gave me the coins, I think by putting him into my defense, I don't think that's going to really upset anybody too much, since you don't even get to see me play defense. So that's what I'm going to do with this 1 million coins, since it was a special request. I like Fournette's agility there. The way he was able to quickly change directions, where I was taking it to the outside and then juke inside. I don't think I could have done that with Foreman. I'm just going to be honest. I don't think his agility is quite where it is there. Even when the truck fails, he still falls forward. You know, with Foreman, when I had those failed trucks, he tended to get laid out on his back. I don't know. I haven't looked at them from a standpoint of like height and weight. That may be something that Fournette has an advantage on, which is kind of the hidden stat that you can't boost. And we're getting blown up here in the backfield again. Brings up a 3rd and 15. Not a good place to be, but I'm going to toss it here. Sometimes, against this nickel coverage, if my guys will set their blocks, I got clobbered there. 4th and 6. We will try the motion cross again. We're getting man coverage here, so I am just going to scramble with Wade and then just take it down after we get the first down. Could have got a little bit more yardage there, but want to really focus more on the runs. Let's try a trips halfback stretch, and Fournette just pretty safely falls forward. I got to say, if you're looking for a running back to just pound the middle and pound the ball, I'm pretty impressed with his ability to just fall forward and not lose yards in those tight situations where you can either get stuffed in the backfield or you can get hit in the backfield, fall forward, and get yourself back to the line of scrimmage. I got to say right now, I'm pretty impressed with Fournette. We will see against this particular defense. There we go. Look at that. Failed the truck, still fell forward, took it in for the touchdown. So let's go ahead. We're going to do this one, and we're going to go one more game back, and then I'm going to call this, because I don't like to make these videos all that long, guys. I like to respect your time, and I already dropped one earlier today. It was a short one, so I wanted to do this one where we're doing some all Madden head-to-head running. So we're just going to go back here, guys. And as you can see, we did pretty well with Leonard Fournette. We're going to drop it down, lose a little bit of strength, a little bit of awareness. And once again, it's that acceleration. Their agility is the same, but that acceleration of 5 points, I think, is making a pretty decent difference there, guys, as far as just how they feel. I know it's a subjective measure to say, how do they feel, but it feels a little bit better for being able to change direction. And I think that's probably because, since it's acceleration, it's 5 better. He's going to be a little bit better where, when I actually change direction, I'm sure the agility means they change direction at the same speed, but that acceleration right after the change of direction helps them get moving a little bit faster. So now that we've got Dante Foreman in, who's my original budget beast, we're going to call similar plays here and take the similar approach. Once again, Foreman has treated me well all year, so I am not going to say that Fournette is massively better, but he definitely, without a doubt, is better. We're going to bunch dive it here. We get dime formation again, which is a great way on a run play to pick up some yardage. 4th and 5. We are going to flip spread FL drag and hit the tight end. Hopefully he catches it, which he does, and we're just going to go down since we're really trying to show off the run game. Let's try a toss to move it over to the left with the intent of coming back to the right. Foreman's, it's pretty close. I got to admit, it's pretty close. So if you have the coin, there's no doubt that Fournette is the better back. However, I will say maxing Fournette cost a heck of a lot more than maxing Dante Foreman. And I'm not from the play, I'm sure if someone had me with, a maxed Bo Jackson or something like that, if someone had a maxed Bo Jackson account and I played on that, I'm sure it would be a much, much, much more noticeable difference. But honestly, I think Fournette is great. He fits what I look for in a running back. I prefer a power running back as opposed to the guys who just want speed. I actually like speed. I know it's kind of reversed to traditional football logic. I actually prefer speed for my fullback because I tend to use. I don't ever run with my fullback. And a lot of the plays, I don't really need a fullback to block for all that much, so I tend to go for a faster running back in that position. In this case, it's Tariq Cohen. I've been using him since day one. I know a lot of people have put out budget beast videos. I am pretty sure that I am the only one who did it first, though. I just don't have an audience, so nobody really knew about it. Here, I'm going to use that goal line play that HSD gave me. When you're inside 2 yards anywhere on the field, you actually get goal line D. So this play is just as viable, just like it would be at the goal line. And we take that in for the touchdown. So, guys, I'm going to finish this one up. Overall, I would say I was a big fan of Dante Foreman. There's a reason that I had him in as my main running back instead of Tariq Cohen, because I really like him. Overall, I would say there's no doubt about it. Leonard Fournette is a better player. He's a better player. He's a better overall. I'm okay with 94 speed. Some people want max speed. I much prefer a running back who's not going to drop the ball and who can fall forward. So I like Foreman. If coins are not an issue and you're looking for a budget, Fournette is awesome. So Shamar, thank you so much for this. I hope this is what you were looking for with the description. The rest of the crew out there, let me know if you think of this. If you want to see me do more player breakdowns, I tend to stick to budget beast players. So even if they're players that someone gives me coins to try out, there'll be players that I can legitimately recommend to a free-to-play player that, hey, this guy, while he's a little more expensive than a 72, he's still worth it. So Fournette, if you're looking for a good power back, I like him. I'm going to stick with Foreman personally, just because I'm more worried about my defense than my offense. Anyway, let me know what you think, guys. I love you guys. You're the best audience ever. CHF out.